So we have here Will Hatcher. He's going to talk about getting creative with AI. Will is a futurist at heart, a comedian by passion, and a digital architect by profession. He's mastered the art of weaving narratives in the most unconventional forms, stand-up comedy, storytelling, and audio dramas. With a strong footing in coding and digital technology, he's maneuvered through complex projects with dexterity and poise. Will thrives in challenging environments where learning never ceases, where every day is a new opportunity to push boundaries and reinvent the norms. Will's career is a testimony to his dedication to creating high-quality work, an unwavering commitment to teamwork, and a constant pursuit of success. Will says, "I'm not just aiming for the next big thing, I am the driving force behind it." Please give it up for Will.
That was a really good bio, and ChatGPT wrote that bio. So my first time hearing it live. So it's it's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to see all these faces, man. I love us, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all know black people. I like showing these tools to us because it's very important. This is a game changer, and I want you guys to understand and realize that we are in the AI revolution. We're here, and it's only going to accelerate from here. So, with that said, learn these tools, get versed in it. Don't be scared of it. I always look at like where we're at right now in this particular time. It feels like a liquidation sale, right? Like, you know, during a liquidation sale, everything be 80% off, but the store's closing down. Not to say that things are going to be really bad, but things are going to change probably in a very major way. So with that said, this is the AI Creative Masterclass. I'm going to teach y'all some tools on how to get y'all right. And then we'll take some Q&A afterwards, and we can get funky with that. So just by show of hands, is everybody familiar with ChatGPT? Okay. Is anybody not familiar with it? It's okay if you're not. If you're not, you haven't messed with it. Okay, cool. All right. Midjourney. Is anybody familiar with Midjourney? A couple people. Anybody not familiar with it? Okay. All right, cool. So we'll start there. Okay, so ChatGPT, real quick. ChatGPT is a large language model. It allows you to damn near do everything. Anything that you would want to do, you can kind of do it. Anything that you would hire an assistant for or seek out mentorship for, you can do that with this tool. Midjourney, let me write it on the board too, just so everybody know. This is my Instagram if y'all want to follow me. I go live sometimes talking about it. So ChatGPT, I like to call it Chatty Japatty because it's just a lot easier to say. Because you know you get caught up on ChatGPT, so it's like I call it Chatty Japatty. Okay, so ChatGPT is a large language model. Basically, it was trained on a large amount of data, scraped from the internet and books and all these different things, right? So essentially, you communicate with this like you would a person. That's the way I do it. And then Midjourney, which is the other tool I want to show you guys today, Midjourney is a generative AI art tool. So you can make really dope animations, you can make amazing pictures, and pretty much anything graphic, like anything that you would pay a graphic artist to do, you can do it in Midjourney. All right, so this is for AI art. So normally, like I do these talks, I kind of switch it up at the last minute. I do a storytelling masterclass where I show people how to make a book using these tools. If y'all want to learn that, I can flip it up and show y'all how to make a book real quick. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll go into it because it takes minutes. So, but over the summer, I had my daughter. I showed my daughter how to use these tools. She wrote 2 books, published them. They're on Amazon. She's 11 years old. So, with that said, anybody can do it. All you got to do is like know how to use these tools, navigate, and you'll be in an amazing position. So, with ChatGPT, most of you guys are using it. Just throw it out. Like, how are some people using ChatGPT right now? Social media, okay. Blog posts. Math. Okay. Oh, that's smart. Okay. Job descriptions. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. Coding. Oh man, you said Bill. Okay, all right. Shit, teach me something. Um, so that's great. So all these things are great ways to use these tools. So let's just jump into it. Um, this is ChatGPT, and there's a couple other large language model tools. So you have like Claude AI, which is really great. You have Bing Chat, which is really great. You have Bard, which is by Google. They're all right. But this is the big poppy right here, ChatGPT. You know, that's the one that is, in my opinion, does the most. And so let's get into it for those that have never messed around with ChatGPT. So one of the cool things about ChatGPT is you guys probably know is like you can assign personas. Is everybody familiar with personas? Okay, so with personas, it allows you to actually just lean on that expertise of whatever it is you want to assign. So I'm gonna just go take y'all through the workflow of like how I put together a book. It's super, super simple. So the first thing I always like to do is, again, assign a persona. So I'll be like, adopt the persona of a best-selling, I don't know, New York Times author, right? So then it does that. And also, if you don't have the paid version of ChatGPT, get the paid version because it's just a lot better. It's using GPT-4. You can use Claude AI. Claude AI uses GPT-4 as well as Bing Chat. But if you're going to use ChatGPT and you want to reap all its benefits, just pay the $20 and use GPT-4. All right. So now it's assigned this persona. So let's somebody throw out an idea for a book. Let's get spicy. A book about geniuses? Okay. All right, and then somebody give me something else. Okay, so so I'm gonna say develop or say write a synopsis. Give me one more thing about for a book. I'm sorry, write a book. Book. Okay. All right. Book that I'm gonna say combines black innovation, financial literacy. I'm probably gonna butcher, but I got spell check, so it's all good. Literacy and what was the last one? History. Okay. I'm basically doing this because I want to show y'all how you can just take up like just any random idea that you're kind of thinking about. You can just kind of throw it in there and they'll kind of figure it out. Um, so, all right, so economic history. All right. That's a good title, right? Black Gold. I like that. You like, what? Hold on. That's the title that'll get the hoteps happy. Like what? Black Gold. All right. So we have our whole synopsis. So like when you're crafting things in ChatGPT, you want to kind of like break it down because like I could easily be like write this whole book and it'll start spitting out chapters and all this and that. But then it kind of sometimes it does a thing where it kind of forgets if it does too much data. So when you're creating something like this, you want to break it down so that way it's kind of remembering where we're at. You're taking it in steps. So now that we have the synopsis of the book, we want to create. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna show you another thing. Just to you adopt a persona, but you can also adopt styles of a book. So or certain people. So who's an author y'all like? Who's that? Kanye West. Okay. So revise this, revise this synopsis. I heard Kanye West. Um, in the style of Kanye West meets Tyler Perry. So now we got Black Genius, Green Paper. Y'all ain't ready for this wealth, you know? So already we haven't done a lot. All we did is just like what we 3 prompts in, and now we got a cool title. It's a little witty, and now we cooking. So all right, so let's go from there after it's finished that. So now we got our synopsis. So we know essentially what this book is about. Now let's break it down again. Let's like, what are the actual chapters? So let's say, write the chapter. Oh man, you know it's weird. It's like the better you get at ChatGPT. I don't know if this is just me, but like the worse my spelling gets. Yeah, it happened to you too. I was like, damn, I used to be good at this. Try to outline for this book. All right. So now it's gonna break it down, give me the chapter outline. So part 1, Roots of Genius. Boom, the Motherland Blueprint. Oh, okay, you just put it in parts. All right, that's cool too. So part 1, part 2, Money the Yeezy Way. Oh, okay, in part 3, you got the Medea edition, a Medea edition. Moguls and Tycoons. Look at that. The Oprah Effect from Jay-Z. And you know what we're gonna add just to spice it up. Let's add add a forward in the beginning written by Jay-Z about strategies and questions to ask when you go to dinner with him. Are y'all familiar with that meme that's been going around with Jay-Z? It was like, would you take the $100,000 or dinner with Jay-Z? I realized that, see, this is a conundrum of that question. If you don't know the questions to ask Jay-Z, just take the money. You know what I'm saying? If all you're gonna ask Jay-Z is like, yeah, man, so, you know, what's your favorite song? And like, what's it like sleeping with Beyonce? Just take the money. Save yourself some time, take the money, and figure life out. All right. So now Jay-Z's talking about what you need to do when you go to dinner with him. See, now you ain't got to take dinner with Jay-Z. Just take the money now. You got ChatGPT, you be like, I don't need to take dinner with Jay-Z. I know what he's going to say. So I wouldn't say depending on it. It can to a certain, the same way our phones, you know, make us dependent. Because like, you know, back in the day, you would travel, people had maps, and you know they knew how to use a compass. Like now, people's like, if you take away their phones, some people, you know, don't know what to do. So there's yin and yang to everything. You know what I mean? Yes. Mm-hmm. So ChatGPT ends in 2021, but but they have a plugin where it can scrape current data and scrape the web. But like Bing, Bard, they both will scrape the web in real time. So what I do is like I sometimes I'll have like 2 or 3 large language models open at once, And then like if I need certain things, I'll go to Bing. If I need certain things, you know, ChatGPT is my main platform, but I utilize the tools from the other one. You know what I'm saying? So I liken it to like um, Target and Walmart. You know, like uh, if you want help when you're shopping from like the people that work at Walmart, sometimes they just like, look, I don't care, and that's okay. That's why we go to Walmart. Yeah, but you know, what's up, man? Yeah, yeah, yep. So yeah. Yeah, and I always say like with ChatGPT, that's why I encourage people to use these tools. Whatever skill set you're coming to the AI with, it's just really going to enhance that, you know. So whatever knowledge you acquired over the years, it's going to take it to another level. So if you're already great in marketing, it's just going to make you, you know, like the Michael Jordan of marketing. You know, you got a whole team behind you. You got all this expertise that you can lean on. So it's pretty amazing. But all right, so let's bet exactly. All right, so I kind of deviated a little bit, but like you know we did a forward, so let's just go in. We have these it broken down instead of the chapters, it broken down into five different parts. So I'll just tell it right now to write part one. Um, I'm gonna just keep it very general, but normally, so you can add different things to it, so different adjectives and different words that you know if you want it to be in a charming tone, in a thoughtful, lighthearted, whatever tone that you kind of want the book to be in, it'll do that. So like right here, I should have gave it a little bit more details because like as you can see, it's not writing a lot. Like it's only you know this is like a paragraph, you know. So unless it's a minimalist book, which it, probably because we write maybe in the style of Kanye, you know, he's in the design, so maybe that's why they're not giving a lot of pages. But you can like right now where it says chapter one and it's not that long, I can just go back and say, please revise and make the chapters 250, 2,500 words or more. And I'm gonna tell us, please be as detailed as possible. All right. So I'm not gonna do all the chapters, but I want to show you guys. So once you have the framework for the chapters, now you go into Midjourney or whatever generative AI art tool that you prefer. They have Dolly. They have what's up? Mm-hmm.
American female speaking with their friends or something like that, it gives me a super cheesy answer like "Hey queen" or "Hey sis," and like I specifically don't talk like that every day. So how do you make it sound more like you personally? Like what do you put in or what do you prompt it to make it
Yeah,
sound?
so you would essentially just want to like train your own model. They have a feature in here where you can kind of put in, if you come here, I haven't done it yet, but I believe it's custom instructions. You can kind of essentially like put in data to make it tailored to what you want. But
You want to use it as a brainstorm. You don't want to use it literally because a lot of the data is not validated. So it's just going to pull based on its own thought process. The power of GPT is the fact that it can be a brainstorm. And once it's a brainstorm, your special touch is what customizes it into something special. So don't kind of lean on this thing like the gentleman said over here and become so codependent, but use it as an extension and as an opportunity to kind of give you a framework to build on top of. You still need to validate it. You still need to put your special touch, your culture, your taste, your flavor to it in order for it to be valid and for people to consume it. Does that make sense?
yep, I think yeah, like my man said, it's some people just straight up copy and paste, which that can be a thing too. But I look at these AI tools, they're just a collaborator. So the same way you would hit up somebody that is specialized in a certain field as get some feedback. Use these tools like that. All right, so we have chapter 1. As you guys see, that it wrote it out a little bit more. It did a lot more. So from here, I'm going to tell ChatGPT to design a cover art prompt for this book for Midjourney. And you said most of the people in here, you guys haven't used Midjourney before at all? Okay. So Midjourney is like, oh man, it went deep. All right, I'm gonna make this a little bit. Yeah, well, so what it's gonna do is, I'm gonna show you guys, so it'll create a prompt, and then I'll take that prompt and I'll take it into Midjourney and create the art, and then we go from there into like in Canva to put everything together. But this is like way too long, so I'm gonna tell it, to make it, so this should be like one sentence. So I'm say revise, please revise, and make this prompt one sentence, be as descriptive as possible. And then, so with, yeah. So Midjourney, you have to use via Discord, right? And some of the other generative AI tools, like you got Leonardo AI, Leonardo, DALL-E, there's Microsoft Designer, Stable Diffusion. There's a lot of tools out there that you can use to create art. Midjourney is just my favorite. I can show you guys some of my gallery. You can make pretty much anything in there. Coloring books, like I said, graphic designs, mock-ups, like you name it, you can essentially make it. This is another Tyler Perry. This is another workshop we did. I like Tyler Perry. But we were making like a book. But as you can see, it's just tons of images you can make, and it takes like seconds to render out. But Martha's Vineyard, we were making a book on financial wealth, and it was called Wigging Out for a Cause, and it was like it was written by Tyler Perry. So that's the actual cover art that we end up going with. So let me go into Midjourney real quick. So when you go into Midjourney, and you want to come here, and there's two ways. When you make a prompt, you go / imagine, and that'll allow you to type in a prompt to start creating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this right here. So I'm gonna start right here, a gold and black color palette, and it's a long. All right, cool. It's a long prompt, but whatever. We'll see what it makes. All right, so I'm gonna drop this prompt in here, and you guys can see in real time. It literally takes like under 20 seconds, probably like 10 seconds, and it'll start making the prompt. One other cool thing with Midjourney, there's a lot of parameters that it has. So you can change the aspect ratio. You can, they have a prompt called, or a parameter called chaos, which like dramatically changes the look of it. You can zoom out. They just added a new feature called in painting. I don't know what this is, but okay. A silhouette of an African continent filled with similar. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna re-roll it, and I'm gonna do what I was just telling you guys called chaos, which is C, and I'm gonna turn it up like 6 to 7, and I'm gonna also do the aspect ratio for a book. So let's do 4:3. Just parameters. So normally, hold up, my bad. I put the wrong name. So if you come, I'll show you real quick. If you come here and then they have the documentation for Midjourney. So if you come to the actual midjourney.com website, you can go and you can read the documentation, and it just tells you how to put all the parameters in there. Let me see, where is it at?
So just to give y'all context, coding 101, read the document, and then go and play with the tool. Because the documentation tells you everything. You learn Python, if you learn C++, everything is in the documentation, the limitation, and how you create the output that you want. Most people don't read this, so they can't create any prompt.
Yeah. So with Midjourney, anytime you put in a parameter, it's always dash dash and then whatever it is. So chaos, you can type the word chaos, but a lot of times you can just use short form. So you just type C and then the numbers between 1 and 100. Same thing with aspect ratio. You can just type AR. I forgot to type AR. That's why the error code came up. So I'm just typing C, and as you're going to see, this is a very high chaos number. So these images are probably going to look dramatically different from what I got right now. But I'm also put in dash dash AR 4:3, so that way when I drop it into Canva, it's more aligned with, it's formatted for a book or whatever, as you guys can see here. But these are some of the aspect ratio, some of the parameters. Here's chaos, as you can see. You can see how these images change over time. This is like the base image, and then they start to change as you go with higher chaos numbers. As you can see down here, it's completely changed. You can change the quality. You can change, this is the repeat seed numbers. If the seed is basically, if you want to, like you're making a children's book, you can make the images more consistent. One of the challenges people have with making AI images is like they'll be like all over the place. So with seeds in Midjourney, you can make more consistent images. Same thing with stylized, and I'm not gonna bore y'all to death with this, but yeah. So these are some of the parameters that you can put in. All right, so as you can see, like now this cover looks completely different from what we had before. So I'm gonna just make my own prompt. I'm gonna just so we can get a nice cover. So let's put author Kanye West wealth building strategy, cover art. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, you can do amazing logos with this. Anything graphic related, you can make with this tool. I don't do a lot of logos, but like these just like logos that I just test out. But this is like a simple prompt: modern design logo, lighting, light bulb, simple, and they came up with this. But like any type of logo you would want to make, you can make it with this tool. Yeah, literally like any graphic. Like if you have an Etsy store and you make pillows, you need to or whatever type of product and you just need to do like designs for it, you can create it in here and take it to like a tool like Printify, and now you have a whole shop where you're making your designs within this tool. Yeah, so you can, huh?
You any user-generated images are not yours. You cannot copyright those. That was what the new rule that was just pushed through by the appellate court, that all AI-generated content is open source to the world. So it is not yours. So if you go and make a great logo, don't think that you get to keep it for yourself. So if you put it out there, someone else can copy it and use it too.
Man, well, that's the word on the street. But still get that money.
So what I would do is I would get it to generate it and use that as an example for actual designer to design it for you. Find somebody cheaply off Fiverr, and have them redesign it because the AI has already did the work, right? And
Okay.
copyright it. Or maybe go to 99 Designs because they automatically do all the copywriting information for you.
Okay, so with Midjourney, it always produces 4 images whenever you render out and you put a prompt in, right? So as you can see, it has these 2 numbers, or a letter and a number. It's U1, U2, U3, U4, and then V1, V2, V3, V4. What that stands for is the U means upscale, the V means variation. So if I click on this right here, it's going to upscale this image. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to upscale these images right here. So I'm going to just upscale these images, see if we can use them real quick. And then if I click the V, it creates a variation. So it'll kind of keep this image somewhat similar, but I can just make some changes. So I'm like, okay, I kind of like this one, but I'm going to add, let's add, I don't know, Kim Kardashian in the background. I don't even know how to spell. How do you spell last name? I don't watch the show. C-A-R. Oh, okay. Look at that. I figured it out. I still spelled it wrong? Oh, y'all be watching. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I mean, I just want to show y'all, like, I'm not a big fan of her like that. But I just want to show y'all how you can, like, do variations via, okay, it's probably not gonna do that because it doesn't know it. Anyway, so let's grab a couple pictures real quick, and then we'll take these into Canva. That looks like something Kanye will make. All right, so we come to Canva, right? So what we got? We got our text for our book. Now we got our cover for our book. So all we need now is to put our book together, right? So you can come to Canva. This is super simple. I have the paid option. I forget how much. I think it's like $10 a month. But they also have a bunch of free tools. So right here, you come in and you go to book, book cover. And they actually have hold up. They have an AI tool in Canva as well that you can access. I forget how you pull it up. I haven't used it too much, but either way. All right, so let's grab. I don't know. Well, that's fine. Let's go here. So, if you're going to upload your book to like Amazon, right? There's 2 things that you want to do. Amazon offers templates on how to like actually design your book. So if you go to Amazon cover template, Amazon cover template, it'll essentially like show you the dimensions of your book. So you just put in, you know, it's a hardcover, whatever, black and white, it's yada yada. Yada. I mean, it doesn't matter. You do want to put inches though, and then let's just say it's 100 pages. It's going to give you the dimensions for your book. So from here, you take these dimensions, which are up here, and then you put this in Canva, because you have to remember when you're making a book, you got to account for this spine. So you come back to Canva, and then all you got to do is come here and then put in your dimensions that they laid out right there. So let's copy that. And the height. And now you got your book. So the book cover rather. So from there, all you gotta do is go there, grab your image. So for this, I mean, I'm not gonna go back, but the aspect ratio isn't perfect, so it's not gonna fit all the way. But as you guys can see, normally what you wanna do is like you wanna download this and you just line it up with in Canva. So just imagine this screen being split in half. This half right here will be your front cover. This is the back cover. So essentially, like, you know, you would take this and it would be like that for the front, and then bring to the front. Yeah, so that'll be your front cover, that'll be your back cover. You want to just come back here, and then you can, you know, they got tons of templates for like text and everything, but you know, you can just come out, what's the book title? Oh man, jeez. I promise I can type, y'all. Like I just, so you can come here, y'all ain't ready for this. Wealth, Black Genius. Boom. You go there, you can just add like, however you want to do it. Go there, and then, you know, you would need, so whenever you upload a book, you have two files. One's your cover art, and then you have another file for your inside pages. So I will open up another Canva page, and then literally just copy and paste all this text, you know, write everything out, all the chapters, and then you go to Amazon KDP, which is, Amazon KDP, which allows you to upload your books, and literally is that simple. You have a book. That process takes, so two things when you're creating a book, you do need an ISBN number. Is everybody familiar with that? It's a little barcode that goes on the back. You can buy one from Bowker.com, or you can use Amazon's. They provide a free ISBN number. But if you use Amazon's ISBN, then you can only use it via Amazon. Yeah, you can't sell it outside of there. So, Bowker's, Boker, I believe. This site right here. You go there and you can buy your book. Okay, so we have that. Are there any questions about, I know I kind of sped through it, but like, yep.
So if you get up and line up
Well, I was gonna show y'all a couple more tools first before. Is there any questions just about the book process?
Yeah, so back to that intellectual property. So is there any step in the process where they ask you if this book was generated by
I believe
AI?
so. On Amazon, I think you have to identify that the book was created via AI. But you know, a lot of these laws, like you know, as my man just said, like I think that just happened within last week. Yeah, so you wanna just kind of check and you know just kind of stay up to date with everything that's happening. Yeah. Hmm?
Even if you plug in your own information, like you get like the general template, but you put your own information and you still have to put it through AI.
Yeah, I would. Oh, she was just saying like even if you just use your own information and then you know, yeah, you just don't want nothing coming back on you. You know what I'm saying? Because then say you write a book and it's a bestseller and now you torn and you doing all this and that, then some woman just come out the woodwork and be like, actually, she. And now you just like, look, I mean, all AI just came up with the title. That's all it did. It didn't do nothing else. But you know, you don't want your credibility to be hurt off of that. So you know, it's just best to say like, all right, I had AI do some stuff. It was a co-collaborator. So all right, so we went through ChatGPT, went through Midjourney. So there's a bunch of different sites because I think the main thing is again, you utilize these tools, but then you also need to know where to like get the tools at. So there's a couple websites that yeah, I'll write them down. That you can go to just kind of stay up to date with the newest AI tools that are coming out. And okay, so it's a couple of them. They're kind of similar, but they do offer, oh, bless you, different tools. So number one is Future Tools. FutureTools.io, I believe. If you type in Future Tools, it'll come up. Two, bless you, Futurepedia. I don't know if that's com or AI, but again, you can just type it in. Three, you have, there's an AI for that. There's an AI for that. I think that's .com. Then they have a couple newsletters that come out. Ben's Bites is one of them. They drop these newsletters like every day. It's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can get overwhelmed with like it's too much information. But you know, if you like to read and just kind of want to stay up to date, these two sites, three sites. This is my favorite one though. They're pretty much like if you need to find tools, they have. I can just show you actually. Let me pull it up so y'all can see. You can go in there. So I know some of you guys are in marketing. Some of y'all are do different things. What's cool about these sites is you can kind of just plug in what it is you need to look for. So let's say what's somebody marketing, a marketing tool. So you can type in marketing, and they do have a couple things you can drop down here, but it sifts through here, and you can find different tools, and then you can see the most upvoted tools. So they have tools that people recommend using. Same thing with tools that are paid and whatnot. And Futurepedia is set up exactly the same way, just a little different. Futurepedia.io. Again, like I like that they have like the trending AI tools. This is Resume Trick. It's a lot of different resume sites. So, yeah. I'm trying to think what else should so you guys know where to find the tools, ChatGPT, Midjourney. Is anybody interested in AI video at all? Okay. So for AI video, the top tool right now is probably Gen 2 by Runway. They're really good. So you can take a Midjourney image and animate it using Gen 2, which is really dope. A lot of people that are making like AI animations or AI films are using Gen 2. That's like the top tool right now. Oh, I typed it wrong. Gentoo. This is it right here. So you can easily, it has a couple different models. One's text to video, where you can type in a prompt similar to Midjourney and create a video. You can take a video and insert it, and it'll change it to a different type of video. You can take a picture, and it'll animate your picture. And I feel like it does something else. What's up, man? Huh? I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it though. Yeah, it's just probably some music playing in the background. But y'all can kind of see, you can see what the output, the pictures that it will put in and then the output. So Gentoo is awesome. Then they got another one called Pika Labs. There's Kyber. Kyber, they actually made a Kid Cudi video not too long ago. Gentoo's the best though for right now. But you can do a lot. Or, if you use Stable Diffusion, if you guys are kind of familiar with Stable Diffusion, you can do that as well. But again, just check Future Tools. If you check that, then you can pretty much be up to speed with anything that's out there. Should I do Q&A now? Start? Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get into Q&A, and then if you guys have any other questions or anything else I can show you.
So once again, for questions, please line up over here for any questions you have. Now there's no questions. Anybody?
All right, great.
If not, you continue.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah.
We got one. Sorry, 1 second, please.
In terms of audio, use 11 Labs.
A Nicki Minaj model and James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman and Martin Luther King. So this is one of the things you can do with like Midjourney and oh snap. Doesn't that look like an AI image? Is that just me? I thought it was AI, man. I was like, that's crazy. He was mad that day. So what I did was messing around with 11 Labs. 11 Labs is great because you can like clone voices, any voice. So if you have a voice, a 10-second clip of anybody, they're getting it down because Google's training one where they're going to get down to like 3 seconds. So you call somebody, call you, and you be like, hello, what's going on? They got your voice. They can clone it, and you know how people be scamming out here. And so just be careful. But this, it was Martin Luther King. I called it Martin Luther King Wick. So I went to Midjourney, I took Martin Luther King's face, combined it with John Wick, and then cloned his voice, and then just messing around with it. So, y'all not gonna be able to hear it. Damn. Yeah, I forgot. Y'all can't hear it. But, yeah, so you're able to do that. DID is a great platform. So DID allows you to actually have your character. This is what I did. So right now with AI, there's a lot of, you gotta kind of put tools on top of each other. For this particular thing, I had to use 3 different tools, which is Midjourney, take it from Midjourney to DID, from Midjourney to 11 Labs to clone a voice, and then from 11 Labs, I took it to this website called DID to actually animate the mouth. So with DID, you can do any type of animations, or you can animate any of your pictures. There's also, I don't know if you guys been hearing the AI Drake. type music and stuff like that. So there's a website called Voicify. Voicify allows you to pretty much clone anybody.
So many dreams I dreamt,
Oh,
and I slept so your children could stay woke.
uh-oh.
You are living the life I could only imagine, riding around and getting it. In my day, we pushed back. Now y'all want to pull up? I would have loved to spin the block like there ain't nowhere to park. Load up the chopper like it's December 31st. But I'm no Joe Warren, because if I let that Nina sing like Rihanna, they won't be lifting me up, I promise you that.
So yeah, that's you can just have fun like that with these tools, man. Huh? Martin was spitting, yay, man. He was spitting, he was keeping it real. So with these tools, so Voicify AI, you can literally, I think I got one credit left, and I can probably show y'all. You can go and create any AI cover. As y'all can see, let me see where they go to the models. Drake's obviously the most popular one, but you can go grab a YouTube video or your own song and you drop it in to the model right here. So you can just grab a YouTube video and right there or your own song, drop it in there. It takes like less than a minute and you can have AI Drake. I don't know if you guys heard, they got like 10 AI Drake albums out and they slap. Every single one of them are like amazing. But yeah, that's how, these tools, man. So, you can do a lot. Earlier, Felicia was mentioning Opus AI. That's a great tool if you want to do any type of if you have any type of content, say you make videos or you go live, you can take a 20-minute video and it creates reels or TikToks, but it ranks it. So it does it, it sees it assesses the video and sees what you're talking about, and it takes it and it gives it a score, so that way you know how well it'll perform on social media. Like it's super dope. Opus. Oh, she mentioned earlier. Opus.ai. I'll write it down. Opus. Or it's Opus Pro. Let me pull it up because they got like 2 Opus sites. Opus Pro, Opus.pro. This is it right here. So again, you can go in there, drop, similar to Voicify, you can take a video off of YouTube, you can upload your own clip, and it'll turn out like a reel with captions, all that. Huh? Yeah, as many as you need, and then it ranks it, so that way you know the score, so you're like, okay, this is actually gonna perform well. Then you can, if you want, you can go and customize it and do all of that. So. Any questions? Yes. Oh, what's up, bro?
Not much. Having a good time. I have a question. I see that there's a lot of different things that that all of these websites and all these companies can do. In terms of the businesses that we're into and things that we want to do business-wise, what do you think is the best one or the best application? I get the voices and things. I probably wouldn't be into mimicking voices, but what would be like the best application business-wise for some of these companies?
ChatGPT. I would start there.
To do what with it though? Like what would be the best application for it? Like what would like to?
It depends on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I think by default, because ChatGPT will just guide you as far as what you need to do. So again, if you are a content creator or you're a speaker or you need to be out making videos, Opus will probably be good. If you didn't have the team to chop and edit for you, then this would be great because this will save you hours, of you sitting down, editing, adding captions, adding music, whatever it is. So if you're doing, working with PDF documents, there's different code interpreter. Claude AI is great for uploading documents. It really all depends on what you actually need within your business. But I would start with ChatGPT. I would start there, or any large language model, because some people prefer the other ones. But I think with ChatGPT, you can assess whatever it is that you need. What business are you in?
I'm into like media and tech and sports, like a combination of different things.
So what's your problem area right now? What's the challenge you have in your
Me
business?
personally, I was more speaking for the whole room, but me personally, what I would probably use from what you've been showing is maybe the Chat GPT because of right now, long uh, verbiage.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. Well,
I'll probably
I was
stay
gonna
away
go
from
real
any
time.
of
I was
the.
like, so like, you know,
Can I say one thing?
Mhm.
I'd probably stay away from any of the like video or audio situations because I'm into the music world as well. So the whole Drake albums is like, I feel like that's far away from anything I'd be wanting to do.
Yeah.
But the
Well, I
rest
mean,
of that,
I feel like with the audio tools, you know, I have some friends, man, they are DJs, and there's a tool called Vocal Remover that like extracts the audio from the beat, and they did like a little workshop, and so what they did was like they grabbed, what's the song? Don't Stop Believing. They took that, put it in a Vocal Remover, extracted the audio from the beat, went to this other AI platform that found like the BPM, and they mashed it to like a EDM type house beat, dropped both of those in Ableton, and then produced this like, I mean, amazing dynamic like Don't Stop Believing EDM track that was just like everybody it was like, yo, this is crazy. It took them less than 5 minutes. There's something that would have probably took them, you know, a couple hours to just like chop it up. So like now anybody could be, I don't know, DJs like that. Anybody can go be, you know, a big house DJ just with these AI tools. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's, you know, these are tools, so you just use them, look at them as something that's going to enhance what you already do. So in your business, you know, think about the problem areas and then think about how you can automate these processes using these AI. So like, while I was asking you what your problem area was, because I was like, I would just plug it in and be like, this is what's happening this is where my business is at right now. This is where we're trying to go. Devise a plan to get questions. Yep.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, you probably could also ask ChatGPT to do a business model canvas, just to analyze your business, so that way you can see comprehensively what's going on with it, and it can kind of like guide you up the way. So I would say that would be the best stuff for this. Just say, write me a business model canvas for the type of business.
Yep. You can write. I'll show y'all right now. Let's just make up a business. What's the business y'all want to start? Textured hair? That's crazy. Textured hair, bar, and salon, inspired by Tyler Perry wigs. I'm a fan of Tyler Perry. I think he's great. Okay. There was a question in the back? But y'all, I just want to show you so you can see in real time, like this is, you just find whatever problem you have, just, you know, this is it's a co-collaborator, you know what I'm saying? You can tell it to adopt a persona of a billionaire, you know, businessman that owns Tyler Perry wigs. And then you can ask them questions on like, this is where my business is at, advise me on what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? So essentially like you get to have that dinner with Jay-Z through this app. That's kind of look at. But not only that, not only have the dinner, but have people, once you leave the dinner, ready to work and execute what you was talking about at the dinner. And they all got wigs. Yep.
Yeah, this is really great, but I definitely want a room to remember not a platform owner. You're a platform user. And as a platform user, remember that over time, your profits go down as more content gets created. And that goes back to what he was talking about in the very beginning. 80%, like your statement that you said, these tools are making it easier for you to produce. But it also means there's going to be a flood of content, which means that advertising dollars go down. The way that you are as an influencer is not the same as the platform owners. And the platform owners are the Midjourneys or, you know, the Facebooks or Metas. So you've got to cross over from just being a content producer to also being a platform owner at some point. If not, this will go the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah. That's what Oprah be talking about. I think people, what was it?
Yeah.
You good, man. Go ahead.
That blew me. That blew me. But when you look at what it can produce, right? I think the next is the plan of action or the action plan. I think that's the human part because this aspect I don't believe you own, right? It's no ownership or somebody can wipe it away. You know, Instagram could go away and all my sales and content. But I think the next thing for the AI, I guess, is how do you then form action out of that? Like, how do you then you've taken an action item and made it into a teachable moment.
Yeah.
So where you teach others how to do this type of work.
Yeah.
But for someone that is more or less in a business sense and have to now produce the product, how does that come into play? I think that's my next.
What I've learned, man, is just like, I mean, if I'm going to this tool to advise me, I think you just have to, essentially, like you say, just take action and then get out of your head. I remember I've been messing around with this, I think, since like late November, and I was on rooms on Clubhouse, and they were like, "Oh, you can do this and do that, and write a book with ChatGPT and all this and that." So I was like, "All right, let me test it out." And I wrote a book, and it took me like a week to make, but it took me actually like a month to actually like publish it, just because like I was like, I need to go. I don't know how to do this, and I need to figure out this part and that part. So if I would have just like took action, I could have had everything done in a week. Same thing with this, like it gives you like a roadmap. I mean, there's still human error and there's things that you have to still navigate, but you know, it tells you exactly what you want to do based on, you know, what it's been trained on. So from the human level, you just almost have to be like AI and just be like, this is the plan. Let me just follow the plan. Don't overthink it. Just do what it says it needs to do. You know, if you're trying to if you tell it to develop a 30-day social media strategy, don't overthink and be like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's saying day one, post this, and I don't know, maybe I should post this instead. Like, you know, just follow the strategy. There was a guy on Instagram called Mr. Grateful. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he went from like, I don't know what he had, but he went from like, he did a 30-day challenge to get to 100,000 followers. And he used ChatGPT, or Agent GPT at the time, to tell him exactly what he needed to do. And he just followed it to the T. I think by like day 20, he was over 100K. He's now at like 200, 300K. And all he does is just follow exactly what ChatGPT tells him to do. So again, it's just a co-collaborator, you know? But Copilot's cool. Yeah, I like Copilot.
All right, so we have our last two questions, but we are continuing the AI conversation for the rest of the afternoon, including a fireside chat. So there will be plenty more opportunities to ask questions. So I'm going to turn it over here, and then you'll be the last question.
This is more of a risk mitigation kind of thought when it comes to your IP. Whatever you're placing in ChatGPT, remember, it's not yours, right? So be careful about the type of information that you share about your organization, about, you know, what you're doing, because once it's in there, everyone has access to it, right? And it may be a part of the data set that Derek was talking about when somebody else queries, and your stuff will pop up as well. So be really mindful about the type of information that you're putting in and understand the particular risk associated with somebody stealing it.
That part.
The thing I have is less of a question and I guess more of a comment or an idea. So kind of along the lines of what Felicia was talking about in the last conversation and what you're talking about now with the zones of incompetence and the zones of competence. So, you know, the things that you put in your can't do list, you know, now you can just kind of basically automate it and make it easy so you can now focus on I guess, what you specialize in for your business, right? Your zone of genius. So I feel like it's a really good tool to help you, you know, leverage AI to make your business, I guess, or remove the obstacles in your business.
All right, so again, Will's going to be back with Marlon for a fireside chat at the end, so there'll be plenty more opportunities to
y'all.
ask questions. Give Will a round of applause, please. Yes.